Blitz on 2 is sponsored by Charleston County Parks, Charleston Heating and Air, Morgan & Morgan, and Steen Enterprises.
Hey everybody, yes indeed, it's that time again. You don't need to do the watch thing. It's the Blitz on 2. I'm Mark Morgan.
And welcome back into another exciting season of high school football. I am Dan Fanning. Ashley Ridge making the 18-mile trek over to Cane Bay this evening, trying to snap a 5-game losing skid to the Cobras. To Cane Bay we go, captain's meeting right here. AR trying to snap that 5-game skid. First quarter, Foxes trailing 3-0. Play action by Xavier Proctor-Floyd finds a wide open Matthew Phillips. He strolls into the end zone to give AR a 6-3 lead. Second quarter, Cobras answer right back. Jabari Grant rolls out, finds Brody Roberts for the TD. Cane Bay back in front. It is 10-6. Jabari Grant doing it here with the feet this time.
This is really shot well.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, shaking off some rust. He fumbles before he goes into the end zone. He would pick it up. There, Quincy Polite recovers. Officials discuss.
Yeah.
And they finally give it to him. PAT no good. 16-6 home team. Then, the right stuff. Some new kids on the block.
I knew that.
TJ Wright finds pay dirt to increase the lead to 23-6. It was 23-13 at half. To the scoreboard we go. And Cane Bay makes it one for the other thumb. 6 wins in a row over AR. 30-20, your final.
In Mount Pleasant, what is certainly to become a rivalry in the near future kicked off at Waldo as the Warriors hosted Lucy Beckham, the Bengals, fresh off their first varsity win ever the previous Friday, and of course, the WOW Award, which we presented on Tuesday. Lucy Beckham facing Waldo. Rivalry is born. Here come the Bengals. LB couldn't get much going early on. Bengals on offense right here. Chalmers Ballard scrambling for a short gain. Nothing doing. Now the Warriors with it on offense. Packed house, by the way, at Waldo. Both sides of the field.
Standing room only.
Yeah, Warriors come up with a big play. Brooks Lemke hits Kelby Cash on a crossing pattern, and Cash is money.
Cha-ching.
He turns on the burners and is gone. 75 yards on the play, made it 6-0 Waldo. I was almost run over on the sidelines, but I'm fine. An electric play. The try for 2 was no good. It remained 6-0. Now, Bengals with it. The handoff to Tyler Kinlock. It fools me and some of the Warrior defenders as well. Kinlock, a nice gain of 12 yards on the play. Waldo led 6-0 after 1. This was a defensive struggle. To the board we go. Lucy Beckham wins game 1 of this rivalry. Your final, 8-6.
And we might be going to Lucy Beckham for another wow. Carolina Forest and Somerville taking on the Green Wave. Late in the second quarter, Campbell McCurry to the end zone. Looks like his receiver hauls it in, but they say he is out of bounds. Next play here, McCurry tries the air again, but nothing doing on that play. Good defense by the Panthers. Somerville goes for 3. Julius Brown splits the uprights, makes it 17-0 Green Wave. Your final score from Flowertown, Roll Wave. Somerville, a very impressive win this evening over Carolina Forest, 38-7.
Beaufort and Fort Dorchester battling tonight as well. The first game of the season for both of these schools. You know, rain out kind of affected a lot of things, but this is their first game. The Beaufort Eagles taking on the Pats, as we would say, in 4D. Here we go, early first quarter. Zoltan Osborne with a home team will fumble the snap. Recovered by Robert Johnson. Eagles ball. After a Beaufort punt, Osborne hands off to Davian Brown, but he is stopped by a host of Eagles. Beaufort's defense looking pretty good early. Next play, Osborne goes to the air attack. Tremez Brown is right there for a 14 touchdown. Point after is good. That made it 17-0 Patriots. The flags are out. Final score as we hit the board. Fort D is 1-0. Beaufort, pretty good club, but your final 21-6.
In Hanahan this evening, a Raymond Owens special. The Hawks donning the camo against the Berkeley Stags. Berkeley down 14-7 here in the first quarter. Check this play out as you get a look at Staggy. Berkeley QB McCray Driggers passes the ball to Jovan Wigfall, who lands in the end zone. Now it's 13-14 Hawks, but that extra point ties it up 14-14 at the end of the half. Here in the third quarter, the Stags, Preston Short kicks a short field goal for 3 more points. It's now 17-14 Berkeley. Stags looking to go to 1-0. However, Hanahan has other ideas. A big win for the Hawks this evening over Berkeley, 22-17.
The Blitz on 2 rolls on. James Island looks to have an explosive offense this season. The Trojans, who beat St. John's 61-0 in Week 0, face Stahl tonight. To North Charleston we go, the new District 4 stadium.
Watch Raymond. Looks like he's about to take the field with Stahl.
He's right in amongst them, as they would say. The Stahl Warriors taking on the Trojans. I like the light blue, man. I do. Second play of the game. Warriors fumble the ball, picked up by James Island's number 53, Walker Woodall, and he just waltzes into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game with that extra point. Trojans up 7-0 less than 1 minute in.
Wow.
Braxton Scott, friend of the show. You're going to hear a lot about this guy this season. Passes to Armor Tank Scott for another touchdown. Another good extra point. It's now 14-0 second quarter. As we mentioned, James Island's going to be pretty good. We go to the board. It's another shutout for the Trojans. Your final, 52-0 over Stahl.
West Ashley, Christina Lobo's alma mater, hosting May River this evening. The visiting Sharks with it. A nice defensive play by Andrew Jackson. The president comes up to make the tackle. Wildcats D looking good in this one. They stiffen near the goal line here as well, stopping May River inside the 5. The Sharks settle for a field goal to lead 3-0. A defensive struggle this evening. The Wildcats score late to win as we go to the board. Hail West Ashley. Wildcats prevail. I can't help it. 7-3, your final.
You know, he went to West Ashley.
In case you didn't know.
So that's kind of a thing. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. Going to kind of step away for just a moment here on the Blitz on 2.
That's right. More highlights and scores from across the Low Country. Also, we go up to Florence. Oceanside trying to go to 2-0 on the season. Could they get it done? We'll tell you after this break.
And welcome back to a busy Friday night on the Blitz on 2. I'm Mark Morgan.
And I'm Dan Fanning. After an impressive win at home in Week 0, Oceanside on the road tonight against South Florence, who had an impressive win of their own against Goose Creek last Saturday.
A clash of the Titans, if you will. South Florence will be leading 15-8 at the half. This one came down to the wire. Third quarter action. Edward Reidenbach gets the short TD for Oceanside. It's 15-14 though. Homestanding Bruins still ahead. Going for 2 in the lead, but Camonte Rose stuffs it for South Florence. Big defensive play. Still 15-14. OCA trails. Fourth quarter, Lenora Sellers with a short TD run. This dude can play.
Yes, he can.
That puts the Bruins up 21-14, but a missed extra point. The visitors, our guys, would strike again. It's Vaughn Blue, friend of the show, friend of Dan.
My boy Blue.
Dan's boy Blue goes 54 yards. Look at him motor to get Oceanside back within 21-20. Now, going for 2 and the lead. Jalen Davis, though, will force the tough, bad throw there. Ball is loose. Keeps the score at 21-20. We go to the board. It is a nail-biter. South Florence by 1 over Oceanside. That's 2 of the best teams in the state right there, Dan. 29-28, South Florence a winner.
Philip Simmons hosting St. James here in a packed fill this evening. First quarter, Sharks driving. Connor Schwame over the middle to Jason Faulkner. Big run after catch, picks him up and puts him down. Number 1 inside the red zone. Then Schwame caps off the drive, doing it himself. The real Riley Benson in attendance this evening. Nifty run as St. James bobs and weaves. Schwame gets on the board. St. James 7-0 early. Iron Horses answer it on their first possession. Inside handoff to KJ Asbury, and he has reservations for 6. 7-5 minutes in, and these two teams were just getting started as we go to the board in double overtime.
Wow.
St. James a winner in double OT, 37-30.
All right. Bishop England and First Baptist. Lisa Small's right out there in the smoke, and there come the Hurricanes, and here we go. Bishop's with it. Weston Peterson, friend of the show. A lot of friends of the show tonight. He had a nice gain of 15 yards before he's brought down.
Never have too many friends.
That's right. Bishop's still with it. The pitch to Ben Lordy coming right at you for 8 yards. Oh, look out, Lisa. He's knocked out of bounds. First Baptist, Cooper Glazer. The long pass, watch this, to Jaden Morrison. You kidding me?
Wow.
He caught that. Jaden hauls it in. Nicely done. Then Eli Denson, shifty and quick. A nice run right here for 10 yards. He had 21 carries for 131 yards on the night. We go to the board. First Baptist impressive in this
Very
one.
nice.
Hurricanes a 23-10 winner.
Baptist Hill opens and closes their regular season against nearby rival St. John's. Tonight's contest, a non-region affair. Bobcats running onto the home field. Baptist Hill 9-2 last season, expected to be strong again. Speaking of strong, Russell the Muscle at Baptist Hill this evening. First quarter, Bobcats QB Harold gathers with it, looking for an open man. He goes up top to Kevin Townsend, hauls it in, touchdown. Bobcats 13 yards on the play, 6-0. Baptist Hill goes for 2. The ball is loose in the backfield. Malik Gibbs scoops it up, but you can't advance that. 6-zip home team later in the first. Baptist Hill first to goal, gathers this time, looking for Caleb Brown, and what can Brown do for you? Touchdown Bobcats. This time the 2-point try is good. 14-0 Baptist Hill, and we go to the board. Baptist Hill claims bragging rights over St. John's, 26-6 over the Islanders.
The Blitz rolls on. Burke at PorterGaud. Tony Brown, a nice gain off tackle for the Cyclones right there. A lot of running, a lot of ground attacks across the low country tonight. Here we're going up top, though. Nolan Schumann, quarterback for PorterGaud. Where's Zahir Jackson? There he is, 35 yards on the play. It's 1st and goal, and then John Settle settles it. He carries it in for the touchdown. The PAT is good. That's week 1. Cyclones looking good tonight. We go to the board. There's that PAT. Love to see that. Look at that. And pan down, and they gave the signal. Didn't see it. PorterGaud 41-12, a winner over Burke.
And one score from down in the low country. Whale Branch victorious over North Charleston, 19-8.
And once again, we're going to step away for another brief time out here on the Blitz on 2, but much more to come.
That's right. When we come back, some more scores from the Skeeza ranks. Also the play of the night. Stay with us.
And the Blitz on 2 returns. Again, it's week 1, everybody. Mark Morgan alongside Dan Fanning. We've run through a lot of games, a lot of highlights and scores. We're going to check out some more scores here as we kind of head around the low country. Some of our teams from our area on the road tonight. Timberland is 1. Timberland shut out away from home Indian Land, an impressive 28-0 winner. And Woodland, this game was played last night. Actually, they thought the weather was going to be bad. They moved that thing up to Thursday night. And Woodland, an easy winner over Bethune-Bowman, 55-14. That fun.
Cross at home this evening, victorious over Hemingway 44-0. And we are still waiting on an academic magnet, military magnet score. If you have one, please send it along.
And we're going to kind of jump around to a lot of Skeeza scores. Again, a lot of our Skeeza schools out of town as well, but we keep up with them. Lawrence Manning beat Pinewood Prep. Your final there was 22-20, and Colleton Prep, an impressive winner over Northwood Academy, 42-12. Northwood really trying to reboot things. Carl Lamont, their new head coach, trying to kind of reboot that program. Tough loss for them tonight. Colleton Prep looked impressive.
It must have been the Zoom that you did with Colleton Prep during the week there, Mark.
I think so.
2 more Skeeza scores to show you.
A reverse curse, if you will.
We'll go with that. Dorchester Academy goes on the road up in Orangeburg. Dorchester Academy winners 22-0. Also, Williamsburg Academy. They're looking very good yet again in the early season. I think they played for what state last year. Obviously, it's just week 1, but Williamsburg Academy looks on their way again. Winners this evening, 47-0.
Yeah, Don Shelley, your head coach at Williamsburg, man, he has a powerhouse. Let's check out a few other scores. Patrick Henry, as you notice, folks, a lot of defensive struggles around the low country. A lot of teams, I think, still trying to get their offense together. A lot of teams certainly rely on the run, pounding the rock. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You get where I'm coming from. Patrick Henry shuts out St. John's Christian. 6-0 is your final in that one.
Now we go back to east of the Cooper, Waldo for the play of the night. Brooks Lemke hits Kelby Cash. Money, 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 money on the crossing pattern. And Cash is money. He turns on the burners. They almost run over Mark Morgan on the sidelines. 75-yard play. He made it 6-0 Waldo. An electric start for the Warriors. However, a big-time win for Lucy Beckham. Winners this evening over Waldo, but the Warriors with the play of the night.
And I was technically almost run over on that play, but I'm fine. Please, no emails. It's all good. So impressive win by Lucy Beckham, as we said. A couple other things real quick before we let you go, everybody. Jadavion Clowney's jersey will be retired September 3rd at halftime of that game against Georgia State. 2012 SEC Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time All-American. As a USC grad, you're like long overdue, right?
Yes and no. I think somebody like a Connor Shaw, a Marcus Lattimore, I don't know about more deserving, but you would think that they would be kind of top of the list
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, Jadeveon Clowney, the #1 recruit in the nation, stayed home to come to South Carolina. So I think it's well deserved. But I think maybe, again, a Connor Shaw, a Marcus Lattimore.
Sure.
I don't know. I guess I'd like to see them kind of go in instead of him. But again, Jadeveon was a beast.
Yes, he was.
In Columbia.
One other quick note, the Citadel will host the Philadelphia 76ers September 27th to October 2nd. Sixers tried to work out a deal with the CFC, didn't work out. They're going to be here in Charleston for a week. That's going to be very cool, so we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of looking back again, kind of some of the scores tonight. Somerville, an impressive win. Hanahan, an impressive win too. So kind of melting of the minds. We'll kind of get together, see where we're heading for the win of the week for week 1.
That is correct. That's a wrap for week 1 here on the Blitz on 2. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Morgan.
And I am Dan Fanning. Thanks also to Abby, our producer, Gerard, our director, for keeping us on pace this evening. So thank you very much.